Welcome back to my video game series. In the first part I did the NES games, second part and SNES games, third part the PS1 games. And I said in the third part that I was probably gonna do my top 10 N64 games or top 10 PS2 games, but I thought, just make a video about my all-time favorite PlayStation game. So the PS1, the PS2, and the PS3, and I have actually never played the PS4 console. No games. There are games I really want to play on it, but me and my girlfriend, my last girlfriend, instead of tell you we was gonna buy the console, but didn't happen. So, and I'm not gonna talk about all the nerdier stuff that takes up so much time as I did in my last 3 videos about the controllers and how the consoles look. So let's get down to the ranking. Okay, 10 Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy 2001 PS2. I never played Jak 2. I played Jak 3 on a demo, but this is the only Jak and Daxter game I play all the way through. So, developed by Naughty Dog, my favorite video game developer. Platformer, open world platform game, quite inspirational in many ways at the time. 9. Crash Bandicoot, 1996, PS1, developed by Naughty Dog, again, platformer. Super Mario Nintendo has Super Mario as their mascot. Sonic is the mascot of Sega. Crash Bandicoot is the mascot of PlayStation. Okay, we delve into this later. Okay, 8. Mortal Kombat Trilogy, 1996, PS1. Anthology game is like a compilation of Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. This game, as Midway is the original developers of the Mortal Kombat games, which was released in arcades. Later did ports to SNES and whatever systems, and then it was other developers who did this, who did the versions. This game, though, has never been released on arcades. Now, we get into a funny story. The earliest released was this for PS1, developed by Avalanche Software. The N64 version, developed by Midway, though, was released later the same year. Which is really the original version. But anyways, so Mortal Kombat 3 was quite weird. The camera looks. Mortal Kombat 2 was great. I played that on the SNES system. But I gotta say, this is my favorite Mortal Kombat game. Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Always been, always gonna be. And this is the only exception of a game that the original developers hasn't developed. Okay, the only exception. Love this game. 7, and it's a fighting game, obviously. Very brutal fighting game. 7. Street Fighter Alpha 2, 1996, PS1. Originally released as on arcades the same year in earlier 1996. Yeah, I gotta say, Street Fighter 2 and the whole Street Fighter series was the probably real first fighting games as what it's gonna be known for. I gonna say I prefer Street Fighter Alpha 2. Never played the arcade version. Looks amazing as I seen on videos, but this is a very good port. And the graphics are amazing, very cartoonish looks, which I love. Very cartoon look. A little childish, the characters, the fight, but looks amazing. Developed by Capcom, one of my favorite video game developers. Great fighting game. 6. Uncharted Drake's Fortune 2007, PS3, developed by Naughty Dog. This is sort of an action adventure third-person shooter platform game. Takes much inspiration from Indiana Jones. Yeah, amazing game. Absolutely amazing game. Extraordinary game. Love this game. Many puzzle solvings. Many action, adventure stuff. Amazing game. 5. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 2002, PS2, developed by Neversoft, my second favorite video game developers. Skateboarding extreme sport game. We go into this also later in the ranking, but yeah, this was the first Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game that wasn't as the 3 earlier games. This was more open worldish, great game. 4. Crash Team Racing, or CTR Crash Team Racing 1991, PS1, developed by Naughty Dog. Kart game, the 4th Crash Bandicoot game, and the last Crash Bandicoot game developed by Naughty Dog, who created Crash Bandicoot. They have a great thing in the end because they have, I guess, decided that this was the last Crash Bandicoot game they were gonna do. And so they took a compilation or collection of photos and drawings from all Crash Bandicoot games. How they developed the games. Amazing. Amazing. And this is also my favorite kart game over Super Mario Kart on the SNES, over Mario Kart 64 on the N64, and I guess another famous one is Diddy Kong Racing on N64. This is my favorite kart game of all time, okay? 3. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1991, PS1, developed by Neversoft. Skateboarding extreme sports game. This was really the first skateboarding game that... I mean, there have been other skateboarding games, but this has set the standard of all skateboarding games. And no other skateboarding games in the series than the Tony Hawk's Pro Skaters series have come even close. I guess the skate games and a few others, but this really set the standard. This is the first Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game. It didn't have the manual as all other skateboarding games, but even though I would say I prefer the original Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, it has so much meaning for me. It's my favorite Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game of all time, okay? 2. Crash Bandicoot Warped, 3rd Crash Bandicoot game 1998, PS1, developed by Naughty Dog. Platformer, yeah. Known as the best Crash Bandicoot game, definitely my favorite. And it's a time travel game basically. And as Crash Bandicoot 1, Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back, and Crash Team Racing and every game. This game, even if you play it all the way through so it goes in percentage, so as all other Crash Bandicoot games. So even, let's say you finish the game in 64%, whatever, it's still stuff to do, hidden stuff. And this game has 2 things that are in 2 levels that are impossible almost to find. If you don't stumble upon it on accidents, it's God. And this game goes to 105%. So it's hidden stuff, hidden secrets. It's it's complicated. It's the most complex game, I would say, in some ways, and some levels are so hard that it's fucking crazy, especially the hidden levels. So now, as I talked in my earlier PlayStation video, so my 4 favorite games of all time are PlayStation games. Number 1 favorite games: Crash Team Racing, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Crash Bandicoot Warped. I thought Crash Bandicoot Warped was my favorite game of all time, but I thought about it. I thought. But I found out that my favorite video game of all time, which this four, is almost no separation between them, which is my favorite. But I came to the conclusion that this is my favorite video game of all time, which is my favorite PlayStation game from all three consoles. 1, Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception 2011, PS3, developed by Naughty Dog, my favorite video game developer of all time. Action adventure, third-person shooter, platformer. Yeah. The first Uncharted game is great. The second Uncharted game is known as the best, but is more action-filled and action-packed. I think Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception has the best story. It's like playing a movie, as on all Uncharted games. It's like playing a movie. This, when I played it the first time, I thought this might be the greatest fucking video game ever done. Okay? So the airplane level is extraordinary, many stuff. When he gets influenced by drugs, that levels, and I played it and I thought, what the fuck? Never seen that in a video game. You play the character Nathan Drake under drug influence, and how they do it, and the music and everything is amazing. Yeah, Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception 2011 on PS3 is my favorite video game of all time. And there's so many mentions from the PlayStation consoles I left out, but so many honorable mentions, but this is my top 10. And I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna stick with this, strictly confirmed. 1, Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception 2011 PS3, my favorite PlayStation game from all three consoles. And I would love to play the Uncharted 4 Among Thieves on PS4, but Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception 2011 PS3, the most, for me, the most groundbreaking, the most extraordinary game I have ever played, and my favorite video game of all time. Adore, love, worship this game. By my favorite video game developer now, Naughty Dog, even though Jason Rubin and Andy Gavin jumped off after some point in the Jak and Daxter series. Only exception to follow another game developer where the original creators of it isn't in it. But yeah, Naughty Dog, my favorite video game developers of all time, my favorite game of all time, Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception 2011 PS3. That's it. See you next time.